Charles bans Meghan Carnation from instigating traitors like Sussex down. Hi everyone, a warm welcome to Kate Middleton from the Queen's News Channel. Meghan Markle hasn't even decided not to attend the coronation, according to a royal commentator. In fact, the man we thought was a little weak told her to stay away. The king seemed to have finally found his backbone, and his actions shocked the entire country. But he really had no choice. He was told his coronation would turn into a gigantic farce. Meghan Markle was there in the end, so really, no matter what choice Charles makes, he can't call the whole country to do nothing but rejoice. When Meghan was there, he asked the audience to behave. In this situation he will lose. The British people, along with the media, are fed up with Meghan's abuse. On Saturday, May 6th, revenge will come if she dares to appear. Therefore, this decision was made mainly by public opinion. Unfortunately for the king, however, he realized that publicly humiliating Meghan the way he did would make her even more determined to take revenge on the royal family, a family she despises but remains attached to her. Now America has money and Charles has plenty of advisors in the palace, and I'm sure he's been warned to keep an eye out for what Meghan might do next. When King Charles is crowned on May 6th, he will pledge to protect the royal family and the monarchy. It's his big day. His most important moments. He has to protect him from people like Meghan. Meghan is clearly an F, but can she tell her boss what Netflix or something is? How could she claim not to come was her decision when she knew? Well, Palace may actually be leaking the news page. The whole world will destroy it. She's lost everything, and I think she knows it. He could have easily launched his plans to shrink the monarchy, starting with Meghan and Harry and the invisible children. I think it's time for King Charles to get his balls out of Meghan's wallet and finally do something about it. There seems to be some level of pressure on other royals to eventually do the same. To be honest, the Montecito Monars did nothing for the monarchy or the family's reputation. At least not good. Charles needs to understand that this doesn't mean severing his relationship with Harry forever. I mean, unfortunately, Harry is a jerk, which is why he probably doesn't think so. But at the end of the day, it's his problem. He may have had anger management therapy. The depth of their hypocrisy is unbelievable. I mean, they're going to use those titles to make as much money as they can, but at the same time they're attacking the royal family and the countries where those titles come from. I can only hope that the rumors are false and that Meghan and Harry don't force everyone in America to always call their invisible children prince and princess, who are invisible for all useful purposes after living in America. American citizens, they are not part of the royal family. Come on, if I understand correctly, when the York sisters lived in the US they did not use their titles. It is absurd for Harry and Meghan to keep on using those titles, especially after all the horrible things they have said about the monarch their titles represent and the country. Meghan also understands that most Americans would love a real royal family, so I guess she's offering herself and her family as a clear choice. They've already got the titles, right? Immense Hollywood, A-listers, and even the President of the US to support her. I don't think her chances look very good, and Harry's admission of being addicted to drugs and alcohol certainly is not helping Meghan's cause, nor is their sexual innuendo habit like him proposing while they were having roast chicken, and oh, one wants the royal family to do drugs and have sex. It doesn't look good. Looks like Meghan really missed the moment. Unfortunately, as most of us already know, it's taboo for royals to cash in on their titles. Well, the two just gave the rule the middle finger and flaunted it every chance they got. They have ignored every attempt to stop the abuse of the titles, and it has done nothing to stop their defamation. They do everything. As long as the companies that bought these titles and promoted their use depended on developing things negative about the royal family, they might have been able to do that. This couple, who initially refused any titles for their children, spontaneously accepted these titles for their children, and the two laughed out loud. Inventory of the royal family. Someone needs to stop his nonsense as soon as possible. When it comes to Meghan and Harry, it's time to shut up the king. Unfortunately, however, Harry is still a traitor. While security is of the highest standard, I really wish Harry had been searched before entering. I will not put anything in front of him. I mean, his addicted mind probably thought it was a good idea to put on a tank top, hope that he can get the help he so desperately needs before it's too late. It's important that the people of the UK take this opportunity to show the world how they do ceremonies in 2012. They did it with the Olympics, and they should really do that again. They can clap and cheer as the royal family processes when Harry. There should be a long silence, and maybe people can turn their backs until he's passed. It is going to speak volumes, and reporters and pundits all around the world are going to know exactly why educated reporters would know the saying "worry when the British stop shouting and go silent." Most people know that King Charles is actually very spiritual. He doesn't really believe in conflict, but that's his statement, and it's what Meghan and Harry are hoping for. But what they didn't take into account was all the royal support, except for people who hate liars and people who hate people who air their dirty laundry in public and people who work for money. Well, they hate it even more. In my opinion, Meghan's biggest mistake was making so many demands on Charles before he dared to attend the coronation. She said that everyone in the royal family should apologize to her for not welcoming them as a potential future queen, and that they should also be in. It can be important to Netflix and everyone in the royal family, as well as everyone in the UK, and the Commonwealth, where we have to celebrate artificial birthdays. Charles was to lead a public chant of happy birthday on the balcony of Buckingham Palace. Now that his demands have been ignored, what can he do when he shows up for the announcement? He looks like a fool, and now he is. What she really needs to do is find a way to convince Harry that he shouldn't be attending the coronation. I suspect that Charles and Camilla are afraid of their next move at this point. Who knows what she'll do, but don't worry, she and Harry will play tricks on you too. What do you think of the couple and the royal family? Let me know your opinion in the comments below. If you find my video useful, please don't be afraid to like it and share it with those who like it. Keep up to date with our YouTube channels Kate Middleton and Queen News by subscribing. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next videos.